spending review, Jeremy Clarkson tackles rural isolation, and retailers go back on British commitments. This is your week in farming with me, Farmers Guardian's online editor, Emily Ashworth. I'm going to start with this week's spending review from Chancellor Rachel Reeves. There were a lot of concerns and speculation that funding to environmental schemes may be cut, but farming was not mentioned in the end in the Chancellor's speech at all. CLA President Victoria Vivian said farmers will be breathing a sigh of relief, which I'm sure you all will agree with. There were fears that farmers would return to more intensive farming methods should the budget cut happen. I think with this, it's just a relief that nothing was mentioned, and there's been a lot of conversations on social media saying it's a real blow to farming, as many across the industry have been working alongside nature and improving the environment, and should this stop, farmers just won't see the point anymore. So any comments on that, welcome as always. Next we have a blog from Dr. Jason Aldis, and I'm going to get his title right now, bear with me. Executive Director of AIMS, President of the Union of European Veterinary Hygienists and Master of the York Guild of Butchers. There we go. He said to accuse meat production of being the main cause of climate change is to ignore the nuance of carbon cycles, the complexity of ecological systems, and the crucial role ruminant agriculture plays in global food security. He said that the conversation around this needs to change, but you can read his full blog on FG now. It's Men's Health Week, and we have a story from Clarkson's farm. In one of the episodes, you can hear the Top Gear presenter saying that he was going to try and set up a community clubhouse to try and tackle rural isolation. It's a huge issue in rural areas, and he said that part of the problem is that villages have lost their soul. So we'll keep an eye out on more updates for that. But it was a conversation between him and Caleb Cooper, and we all know that working in agriculture can be quite a lonely place. Next up, we have a story about major retailers who seem to be moving away from their commitment to back British. Morrison's has come under fire this week for a deal on beef, which could be British or Australian. Then the other week we had Asda come under fire as it stocked beef from South America. NFU Livestock Board Chair David Barton said it's deeply concerning to see major retailers move away from their previous commitments to sourcing British in the last few weeks in favour of imports, many of which, and it's a conversation that we keep having, have been produced to lower standards. Finally, our biggest campaign of the year has launched, 24 Hours in Farming, and now more than ever it's important to show people the truth about agriculture. And with everything that's going on and everything that's happening and all the changes, we need to cut through the noise and show people what really happens and what this industry is all about. The event is on August 7th, but we need you to download one of these, the I'm proud to be part of Farm 24 pledge. Get involved, take a picture with your family, your friends, animals, whether you're at shows, whatever you're doing, take a picture and tag Farmers Guardian on social media, and we will repost and collect the best. But it's a really good way to spread awareness. That's it for this week, but if you want to become a Farmers Guardian member, head to the FG website for more information, but also don't forget to subscribe to our podcast. We have a new podcast every Friday, and we also have our daily Farming in 5 podcast to make sure that you are up to date with all the latest news and headlines. That's it from me this week, but I will see you again next Friday.